face actually is clear now. New order operating, seeing things that predated things that you seeing now. Take a look at Revelations 13, 16, and 17. That limp wrist agenda on the TV screen. That limp wrist agenda in the schoolhouse. Took the praying schools out. Heterosexual ruled out. And our silence end up being violent to the lives of our kids. Why we be so silent? And our eyelids should see that these sirens alarming to this Christian. Why we should not be so silent? But we like the comfort that we live, so we stay safe and won't make waste within the ship that we live. I rock the boat, you rock the boat when scriptures quote, but I pray folks receive that hope when they believe in gospel soap. Yeah. Coming back, he said that he's coming back, cause it's written in the scripture, I believe he's coming back. Prophesied, it ain't lies, it says that he's coming back. If you left and do like punt returners, run it back to T.O.W.O.T.D, to Christ who makes thee whole. And go live Romans 1:16 and speak the truth and be bold and don't street back. Speak truth and don't street facts, and don't retract to stand firm when you speak facts. Just give it your all, persevere and give it your all. Preach, 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 till they answer the calls. Answer is all that. Press and don't fall back. If you left it, crawl back. It's thick, tight like ball caps. See, we don't know the time, or hour, or the day, but it's worse that we should occupy until the day. Stay rooted in the faith and do not go astray. You'll meet them in the sky and won't be left to stay. Spotless, he coming for the spotless bride to reside up in heaven with the spotless lamb that was slain for the saints and the godless. Majestic was the plan to expand to the godless, but we though act like that we can't see though. Numb to the vision of the past like Kaliko. His sequel coming on a cloud like an ego. Deborah rise and meet him in the sky like a steeple. A higher to meet up with Messiah. In a moment or a tweak will get caught up like Elijah. His fire dwelling all inside her. Those who accept this call will not be lost, but will go higher. This ain't a fairy tale, make believe or fake. It's in the word of God for believers' sake. Don't get left behind, believing lies is fake. Receive them in your heart and believe today. Actually, it's clear now. New order operating, seeing things that predated things that you seeing now. Take a look at Revelations 13, 16, and 17. That limp wrist agenda on the TV screen. That limp wrist agenda in the schoolhouse. Took the praying schools out. Heterosexual ruled out. And our silence end up being violent to the lives of our kids. Why we be so silent? And our eyelids should see that these sirens alarming to this Christian. Why we should not be so silent? But we like the comfort that we live, so we stay safe and won't make waste within the ship that we live. I rock the boat, you rock the boat when scriptures quote, but I pray folks receive that hope when they believe in gospel soap. Yeah. Coming back, he said that he's coming back, cause it's written in the scripture, I believe he's coming back. Prophesied, it ain't lies, it says that he's coming back. If you left and do like punt returners, run it back to T.O.W.O.T.D, to Christ who makes thee whole. And go live Romans 1:16 and speak the truth and be bold and don't street back. Speak truth and don't street facts, and don't retract to stand firm when you speak facts.
Flexing. Yo. I would say we is back, but we is here for the very first inaugural.
Time.
For the very first time, Not the Same Podcast Sports Show. I am C. Micah, that is Rob Redeem. To the right of me, I'm to the left of Rob, and we is in here. We is in here. My brother, what's good, brother?
Man, I'm super excited. Let me turn this down over here. Yeah, I'm super excited, man. Like you said, inaugural. That's what I was trying to say last night on the Bible study. I'm talking about annual. I was tired, brother. That's annual. Inaugural. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Inaugural. You know what I'm saying? So, we very, very excited to bring y'all Not the Same Podcast Sports, where we get a chance to show y'all what it is we know about this thing called sports. We don't just play. We actually do watch it. We actually do play it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Well, we play Xbox.
Nah, brother, we still out on the court every now and then, brother.
Every now and then, once a year. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
I still got some accuracy with the left on that football. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. 5 in the cross, slant route. I got you, right?
Okay.
You did. A little something.
Man.
All right.
Nigel, what's up, bro?
There we go.
JB, what's up? What's up?
JB was good. Hey,
Wifey speaking Spanish, inaugural episodio uno. All right, okay.
Yeah, episodio uno.
What she said. I'm tripping on JB. Man, got the heat hat on. Hey, bro, when y'all see, I'm going to show the video next week. But Rod was not a good friend this past weekend when we went to the Grizzlies game versus the Heat. And can't nobody see that washed out shirt, brother. I keep trying to tell you. What up, Wyndham? D. What's up, D?
What's going on?
Can't nobody see that washed out shirt, brother.
I'm just saying. It's brand new. It's fresh. It's fresh.
Yeah. Hagens, what's up, bro? What's up? All right, man. We in here, man.
Yeah, we in here. So, we want y'all to definitely tune in because this is we going to have some fun with this one, man.
So this is all new segments and everything, man. And we're gonna start off with our brand new first segment. It's called What's Poppin', man. Let's get into it.
What's poppin'?
All right, man. So I'll do the first two. You do the second two. The first one, Braves win the World Series. Rob, the Braves won that thing. Braves didn't even have what you call an excellent baseball year. We're not huge baseball fans. Although we are in St. Louis, we are aware of what's going on. And I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee, like my brother JB and my wifey, Miss Mars. We both grew up in Memphis, Tennessee. And in Memphis, when it comes to sports, it's either the Cardinals, Cubs, or the Braves. But mainly the Cardinals and the Braves. So, a lot of people in Memphis is happy about the Braves doing that thing. Somebody hit a home run. They said it was like 400-something feet, but when he hit it, it looked like it was 600, knocked that thing. It's probably still flying right now. Salute to the Braves. One thing about baseball is this, man. When you get hot at the right time, you can go win the World Series. The Cardinals did, I think, in 2010. Like when I first got here, they got hot at the right time. I think they had David Freese. He went crazy. I don't even know if he's playing anymore. And we still have Pujols back in the day and all that. But the Braves did their thing, man. They did their thing.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, the Braves ain't won since
26 years. It's been 26 years.
When they had I think it was David Justice.
Yeah.
When everybody knew about the Braves squad. Yep.
Yeah.
Maddox was their pitcher.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, next subject, man. We're just gonna be kind of quick hitters, but we may be on this for a little bit. Aaron Rodgers gets COVID. Now, a lot of people getting COVID. It was assumed by a lot of people. I don't have the tape, but I heard a tape of Aaron Rodgers interviewed. Look it up for yourself. Just look on interview about Aaron Rodgers talking about COVID. So when the season started back in September, right, they asked Aaron Rodgers, hey, did you get the shot? Did you get the jab? And he was like, well, I got the immunity and blah, 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 blah. But the way he worded it as if he had got the jab. That boy was super slick.
Yeah.
With his wordage.
Yeah,
dancing around it. That boy verbiage was supreme, dog. Supreme. So he said that, and we come to find out, in NFL, they got all these protocols, right? So if you're not vaccinated, you have these protocols. Now, they're not going to make you not play, but you got to have these protocols, which means you have to wear a mask here. You got to do this. You got to take all these tests or whatever. So because Aaron Rodgers kind of slick, was kind of easy with the way he said, was he vaccinated or not? He was operating like a vaccinated man, getting all the benefits of a vaccinated person, but he wasn't vaccinated. So there's a lot of one-wordness. He may be in this, he could be in this last subject of the day, but there's a lot of one-wordness in my brother Aaron Rodgers. I heard in the Halloween parties over there dancing to some Pooh Shiesty or something, getting crunk. So, he got a little one-wordness in his veins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Let's see. Miss Winder said he's very smart. He hosted my favorite show. Yeah, he did.
that's
Which
why
means
his wordplay
even got slick on them because he in people's face. What you say, bro?
No, he finessed the Jeopardy folks,
Bruh. Anyway, so he gets COVID. They happen to play. They're gonna play the Chiefs this weekend, so Chiefs gonna get back on track. We're gonna see what Jordan Love can do, which is the quarterback that was drafted, I believe, 2 years ago. What up, Scooter? My brother. Good to see you. Yeah, so we're going to see what they're going to do this weekend with Aaron Rodgers when he got COVID, and they're going to have Jordan Love playing his first game. He might be awesome. Who knows? Rob, I'm going to let you get the last two.
All right, so the last two we talking about, Marcus Smart made some choice. He had some choice words for some of his young teammates, and we want to know, would y'all feel like fouling now? Now, what Marcus Smart said was that both Jason Tatum and Brown are forcing shots, and they need to learn how to get the rest of the team in the game. So that later on in the game, they're not forcing up shots and it'll have them open. AKA, one word's pass me the ball so I can get a few shots.
So I can give me some shots off. We're speaking of Marcus Smart for the Boston Celtics. Go ahead, bro.
Yes, Marcus Smart. So, but how he worded it, like Rodgers, he finessed his words by saying,
finessing.
Pass me the ball. Then later on down the line, I can pass it back to y'all, and y'all will be wide open, and you ain't forcing it because teams know all we got to do is stack up for you. And then we're gonna talk about the Bulls' resurgence, or we're gonna talk about
college football ranking.
Okay, cool. So college football rankings. Seago, I'm gonna let you get to this one because the way my rankings are set up is from the AP. It's not from the college.
You don't got the college. So the top five is, I believe, number 1 is Georgia. Number 2 is Alabama. Number 3 is, I'm not sure. It might be Michigan State. Number 4 is number 4. Who you got for number 4?
Number 4, I believe, is Oklahoma. I got Ohio State and Cincinnati.
Yep. That's it. That's the right one. So say it again, brother, since you get it.
I got Georgia, Alabama, Michigan State, Oklahoma, Ohio State, and Cincinnati. But in some of the polls, they got Cincinnati as number 2, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
But
that's in the coaches and AP poll. More to come on that a little bit later.
Yeah, a little bit later.
But that's what's going on with the college football rankings. We don't ever want to leave this out. Like we said, this is a sports show. Our man Scooter said Marcus, hold on, put it up so everybody can see it. Marcus Smart is an OG in the Celtics locker room. I like what he said. I think he was just pushing them to be greater.
Yeah,
man, you're a LeBron fan. You don't like the Celtics. No, I'm kidding, bro.
I'm going to say this. He finessed
some true points.
Now, what he said, he had some true points, but AKA,
there was some truth in it.
Pass me the ball.
AKA, one word, pass me the ball. All right, man, that was our What's Poppin' segment, letting you know what's new and what's now and within all the sports. We're going to move to the new segment, man. Like I told you, we got all new segments for this sports show, and this one here is we're going to get our issue off on this one because me and Rob both like this. Scooter, I'm a LeBron fan. I know, bro. I know.
I am, capital of
LeBron.
Yeah,
I am. He like the I am a man thing down there in Memphis. I am. I got you, brother. I got you. But, yeah, man, look. So we're going to go into this new segment. It's called Soapbox, where we get on our soapbox and talk about something that's very important to us, all right? So we're going to get to this soapbox segment. You ready, Rob?
Yes, I'm ready, brother.
We both got 2 minutes apiece once we get it started. And then we're going to have, I forgot to say this, we're going to have a guest in, our brother, Ric Sincere, which is the owner of MTMV Sports. He's going to chop it up about some football situations and all that, man. So look for that around 6:15, 6:16, something around there. You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, we about to get into this soapbox segment. You ready, bro? Let's get it.
Soapbox.
All right, brother. I'm gonna let you get it first, man. You get the first 2 minutes, brother. When it's over, you gonna hear this sound? It's over. All right. So we got our 2 minutes. 2 minutes for you, 2 minutes for me. And on the mark, get set, go. Rob.
All right, check this out. The Jets are 2-5. Zach Wilson, although a rookie, has thrown 4 touchdowns this season, 9 interceptions with a QB rating of 63.5. Dolphins, 1-7. I can't pronounce his last name. I don't care. Second season, 7 touchdowns, 5 picks with a QB rating of 85.9. The Jaguars are 1-6 with Trevor Lawrence. He a rookie, has a lot of potential, but he's thrown more picks than TDs. Texans
Yeah.
are 1-7. Tyrod then went down. They didn't put in a third string, Davis Miles, and he too has thrown more picks than touchdowns. The Washington football team, Taylor Heineke, need I say more? Giants,
Heineke.
2-6. Whatever. Daniel Jones
Whatever.
had several games where he didn't throw a touchdown or he threw more picks than touchdowns. The Lions are 0-8. Hear me now. 0-8.
Yeah.
Jared Goff has a 66% completion rating, 8 touchdowns, thrown 6 picks. He's gone 4 games with no touchdowns and has a QB rating of 85. Now, my point to my soapbox is I got 57 seconds left on this clock. You mean to tell me Cam Newton can't get a job in the NFL right now? Understand what I'm saying. No. All the Jets, 2-5, Dolphins 1-7, Jaguars 1-6, but Trevor Lawrence is the Texans 1-7, third string quarterback, Washington 2-6, Giants 2-6, the Lions are 0-8, and you trying to tell me Cam Newton's phone has not rang. Listen, 2018, Cam Newton threw for 3,300 yards, 24 touchdowns, 13 picks. 2019, the last year he was in Carolina, he got hurt, but he still had 572 yards. 2020 with New England, what careers go to die. They all say this.
Right.
He threw for 2,600 yards and had 8 TDs and 10 interceptions, but that system wasn't for Cam. Cam was trying to do too much.
Right.
I say all that as I end my soapbox. You trying to tell me Cam Newton is not on the NFL roster?
No, he ain't. All right, couple of seconds for the people. D. Winder says 0-8. Oh my God, yes, and Cam is still not on the roster. Scooter. Scooter, Cam is being used as a prop to help justify Cap not still. Ooh, boy, let me give you a. Okay, D. Winder. Cam needs to get that Johnson & Johnson. Actually, I heard he actually.
Hey, you know what? He got the one here to quit.
Yeah, I heard he actually got vaccinated, so that's crazy. But anyway, all right, my time. Here we go.
Go ahead, brother.
What I'm going in about is this. If you ever watch college football, there's a division in college football called the Power 5. The Power 5 consists of 5 big conferences, the SEC, Big 12, Big 10, Pac-12, and the ACC. All those conferences have what you call the so-called best teams, right? They have power. They call the power conferences. All the other teams are considered outside of the Power 5. Here's my issue. Cincinnati is undefeated. They was number 2 in the coaches poll, number 2 in the AP poll. When the playoff poll came out last night, they are number 6. Why? Cincinnati has beaten. Let me get much mouth. Get right. Cincinnati has beaten Notre Dame at home. Notre Dame was 26-0 at home. That is a Power 5 team. They beat them by over 20 points, and they are not recognized. Why is that? That is a problem. That is a problem in college football. That's why I can never. Could you imagine your NBA team, say the Grizzlies, a small market team, and they get in and look, they may not never win a championship, but you know if they were good enough, they could actually win a championship. Or the Miami Heat, they should be favored to win a championship this year. They got a very good team. But could you imagine when the season started? Oh, no, you can't win. You can't. Shut up, bro. You can't win. That's what it is in college football. If you're not part of the Power 5, a.k.a. the money conferences, there is no hope. And they keep moving the goalposts. They say, well, you got to have some valuable wins. They beat Notre Dame by 20. They beat 2 Power 5 teams. They got more Power 5 wins than a lot of Power 5 teams. And look at some of the losses. Mississippi State has lost 3 times, including to my Memphis Tigers, which is not good this year. We've been good before, but we is not that good. And they still number 17 in this poll. This poll is trash. Trash. I do not like that. What up, Gabe? What up, bro? But yeah, man, I do not like that. That is my soapbox. College football. You are trash. Yeah. I feel like Stephen A. I'm sweating. Nah, I mean.
Yeah, man.
What up, Gabe?
Man.
Man, good to see you, bro. How you doing? How you doing? My brother from the
Gabe,
D. What up, though?
Yes. Gabe, what's good? I'm sorry,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
We talked about you on my soapbox. Your Detroit Lions are
0-8.
and they still ain't called Cam.
Why
Newton.
y'all can't call Cam Newton? You know what I'm saying? Look, I know Jared Goff was a number 1 pick a million years ago. He went to the Super Bowl a million years ago, but that had all to do with his coach. I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
You know, but
I'm
if you
just
don't
sorry.
believe me, ask Matt.
Yeah.
Ask Matt.
Anyway, man, so we about to go to our first guest ever for the Not the Same Podcast Sports Show. Miss Ward, what's up? She say she need that hat though, Rob. She need that hat though. Yeah, but you need it in grizzly blue though. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, look, Gabe, not my Detroit Lions. Okay, bro. Anyway, we about to go to our first ever guest, my brother, CEO of the MTMV Sports Podcast Network. He also is a rapper. Brother got a couple of bars. I don't know if he's still rap, but he got a couple of bars, two or three. You know what I mean? No, I said, hey, man, don't make him feel too good. Don't make him feel too good. 2 or 3, you know what I mean? So, all right, man, we're going to bring in our guy, Mr. I forgot his name. I was about to call him his government name, Ernest. But anyway, Mr. Ric Sincere. All right, man.
Yeah.
Rick, what's up, brother?
What's poppin', man? How y'all doing?
Man, we out here. Boy, that Mike, Mike is like extra big. Big Mike. That Mike bigger than that boy. God, my wife can hear you upstairs.
I'm coming on and taking over this show.
Brother, I am taking over. I got the biggest mic. I got the biggest head. We all in here. What up, Ryan? Ryan from the Track Stars in the building. What's up, brother? Hold up. He say, Rick, let me get Cooper Cup from you.
What's up, Fred?
Ryan, why is you always trying to do every time you come here, you talking about
brother.
Man, I'm talking this fantasy stuff, man. Anyway, man, I want to welcome to some, introduce to y'all that you may not know. We are part of this great team called MTMV Sports. We have been a part of them about a year now. You know what I mean? And this is the owner. We love this brother. This brother has shown us a lot of love, and we just want to let y'all know who he is. We haven't had no MTV. Yeah, we have. We had Keisha on before, but we haven't had a lot of the MTMV people on because we needed a sports show where we could talk all sports. We could be a happy man. So y'all give it up for my brother, Ric Sincere. Give one of them applause.
Ain't nothing changed. Hey, let me
brother
tell you
acting
something.
humble, man. But what about them Saints though? No, I'm kidding. Go ahead, Rob.
No,
y'all ready for that talk? Y'all ready for that talk?
No. We're going to come to that talk. But look, man.
His name ain't Ric Sincere on the basketball court. That one word named Ernest, the way he threw me into the wall. And we still gave you the
Hey, no. He was earnest about that, brother. All right, Rick, let everybody know. Let everybody know the history and the background and what made you start MTMV Sports. I know you was other people don't know, but you was working with the Track Stars and helping them. So let everybody know in the audience, how MTMV Sports came to be, the podcast network and everything.
Yeah. Awesome, man. So I'll try to give you the shortened version of the story, right? And so I started off working with the Track Stars, man. Shout out to Ryan Ryder, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah, man. All of them, man. I've been working with them for quite some time, man. Those are my brothers. And so we started off, I just kind of started off doing a fantasy football league for them, right? Because they have a ton of dudes in their universe. In the Track Stars universe, there's a ton of guys, man. And I was like, hey, let's find a way to engage with that fan base. And so we started engaging with the fan base through the creation of the fantasy football league. And, guys start diving in. It would start to be like a thing. So every week I wanted to make it real for them. So I would do these little segments in the middle of Track Stars, right? So during the break, I take the camera in the other room and I do a segment, right? Just kind of like a fantasy football segment. And it was cool, it was fun. But that kind of led us to a sports show. It led us to a sports show called Debate Fuel. So it was me, Derek Myers, DJ Jeremiah, and we were doing that joint for a minute. Like we were doing it for probably about 3 years or so. What happened is we started to find out that in the course of doing that show, there were gaps in our knowledge. Like there were true big gaps in our knowledge that we needed to cover. We could cover NFL with no problem. We can cover the NBA with no problem. What we couldn't cover for real was March Madness, because none of us cared about college basketball for real, right? And we couldn't cover big fights like the MMA. Because nobody really cared about the MMA on our team, right? And then we couldn't really cover college football as much as we wanted to. So I was like, yo, let's go get some correspondence. And so we went out and got some correspondence, man, and just started trying to bring in guys to help us with that show, right? And so what I found out is while interviewing these guys, oh, man, they got tons of knowledge. It's not like they shouldn't be limited to these little, 2 or 3 minute segments when they try to help us out. let's give them podcasts. And so basically, I was like, hey, let's bring them on. I actually found some guys who were a part of the Track Stars universe. They saw me on Track Stars. They wanted to be a part of whatever I had going on next. And so I brought them in. That's why kind of Westside came in. That's where the voice came in. Right? Westside.
Yeah.
But all those brothers came in. Will Smith, another guy, man. All those guys came in.
We are hurting right now. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
We're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna talk about that too. But yeah, they all came in, man. They became a part of kind of what we are and what we were doing. So I was like, yo, what happened is debate field kind of, went away. But as that started to go away, Track Star Sports at the time, that's what it was called, started to emerge. So, yo, I got these guys podcasts, bro. And before I knew it, we had about 1,000 episodes like that because it was posted like multiple times a day. And it was so many of us, the team started growing real rapidly. So I was like, yo, this is cool. Right. I went to Sean. I was like, yo, man, I kind of want to be honest with you. I want to own a piece of this. You know what I mean? And he was like, that's not the conversation we need to have. I said, all right, bet.
Oh, he did you like that?
I'm gangster them.
Right.
So Sean was more, we talked about it for real, but Sean was more like, yo, you need to own your own thing. He said, do your own thing. Like, you know what? You got a whole team. I won't take anything away from you. I won't take any podcast away from you. You know what I mean? Just take everything you got going on and rebrand it and make it your own. And that was scary, dog. I really didn't want to do that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, man.
But, there's safety in a multitude of counsel. If you ever hear me talk, you always hear me say that. And so I went to my mom, my dad, my sister, everybody I can talk to. Be like, hey, should I start my own thing? Should I be an entrepreneur? And they were like, you know what? Yeah, why not? Right? Like, you got the team, you got everything, and he's giving you the go. And I was like, all right, bet, I'm going to go. Right. So, all right, cool. Let's get going. So I needed to name it something. And like 2:00 in the morning, I hit my wife on the shoulder after multiple times trying to get a name for this thing. I said, hey, baby, what do you think about my team, my voice?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, my bad, brother. Carry on.
Okay, go ahead. My team, my voice. I understand now.
Y'all wildin', bro.
This is enlightening for everybody.
Y'all so wild, man.
Hey, I'm with you.
Hey, my one word. Go ahead.
Yeah. I said, babe, I said, babe, what you think about that? I said, I call it MTMV Sports. And she was like, it got a ring to it, baby. Wake me up in the morning and tell me more about it. I said, all right, bet. So I decided to run with that joint, man. And so from that point on, we started building the team. I talked to the team. I told them, what we're doing, a new direction. We're married, folks. So
that's exactly right, B+. Go ahead, brother.
But so anyway, after that, man, I talked to the team. I told them the direction we were headed in. They were all for it. And they just kind of been there ever since, man. We started to kind of look at that's how you want it.
My bad, bro. Go ahead.
Y'all so wild, bro. I love it. So I started to talk to the team, man. We started trying to build, bro. And from there, we just been building together the family. We've seen some amazing podcasts, like the Not the Same podcast. And we're like, if we can possibly build up the team with these phenomenal podcasts, man, we can actually have something that would be an answer to what most people love about Barstool. Like, Barstool is like, it's different than what we are, right? They're sex driven, they're raunchy, right? They're kind of out there. It's not safe to listen to with your kids, right?
Not safe at all.
It's not safe at all, right? But we are the answer to that. Still very passionate about what we're doing. Incredibly argumentative. Y'all know who we are. You know what I mean? We're going to debate. We're going to get into it. We're going to have fun and we're going to have a good time. And, we're going to talk about everything. However, we are Christ-centered and Christ-focused. And our whole mission and goal is to bring people into a closer relationship with Christ.
Dope. What I want to say about that, big time message. What I want to say, man, first of all, when we did the Not the Same podcast show after we came back from the retreat, C and I, when we went down, we didn't know what to expect because it's always a Zoom call and y'all show mad love. But then when we got down there to see the brotherhood and sisterhood, you know what I'm saying, that was within the MTMV sports network and the family. Like, when we flew back from Georgia back to St. Louis, we was like, yo, we needed this because it's real. Because you can see somebody on the TV screen or a computer screen, and they seem like they all good, and then you meet them, and then they them one words, the wrong type of one word. You know what I'm saying?
Big fact, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't the case. Like, so salute to you, brother, because you opened up, like, so for you, and then we gave Ryan his props last week on Not the Same podcast on how he had the same genuine love. So being Christ-centered and showing that love, bro, that's all good. You know what I'm saying? That we appreciate that to the fullest. And then y'all knowledgeable about what y'all talking about. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to you, because I watched the show that night, and you said the Saints was going to beat Tampa Bay, and we're going to go ahead and get into this football.
I tried to tell him.
He said it. He said, listen, the Saints has a defense for Brady that y'all ain't ready for. He was like, what? And everybody laughed at him. Everybody laughed. So
they did.
That's crazy, because the Saints did that thing. But go ahead, let's go into this segment and see what this brother really know. All
right, man. Let us know what you think the state of the NFL is right. Hey, Rob, man, you messing up the rotation, bro. Nah, I'm messing. I'm kidding. Let us know what you think the state. That brother looking at me. Hey, that looking like you look at your kid like, say something again, boy.
No, brother, don't you ever and accuse me of messing up a rotation. No, I'm just.
Ooh, geez, you stupid. All right, man. What up, JT? Yeah, man. What do you think? JT in the building, MTMV. Yo, what do you think the state of the NFL is right now, bro?
Bro, to be honest with you, I like the parity. Like, nobody knows right now who's going to be the champion, right?
It's true.
Like, it's not like the NFL where you kind of have a very clear, I mean, like the NBA at times, where you kind of have a very clear shot. And NBA is kind of getting better with that right now, because we have no clue, right, who the champion is going to be. Right? You just don't know. But in the NFL, you really don't know. You thought going into the season, it was clear. It's going to be the Chiefs. It's going to be the Bucks. That's going to be what it is. We've seen the Chiefs come out stumbling, right? And not just come out stumbling. We midway through the season at this point. You feel what I'm saying?
Still stumbling. Right.
And they still stumbling. They barely beat the Giants. Are you kidding me? You barely beat the Giants with no Saquon? Are you serious?
Right.
And so when I look at the Chiefs, I'm like, yo, I thought for sure this was their year to show us elite level dominance. You know what I mean? Very comfortable in the offense, very comfortable with Andy Reid. I'm thinking that the Chiefs and then they made so many investments in the offseason in the offensive line, and I thought for sure that was gonna pay off, right? Yeah. I was like, yo, all they needed in the Super Bowl was the O-line. You saw him running all over the place like his head was chopped off, and that's been him all season long. Right. And I was like, anyway, at the end of the day, I'm looking at the Chiefs, and I'm like, yo, I can't say for sure that they're not only gonna. I think they'll make the playoffs, and we'll talk about that in a second. I think they'll make the playoffs, but I don't see for sure that. I don't see how in the world.
All right, Kaisha, my bad. Go ahead, bro.
I don't see how in the world, right? You can't say for sure that the Chiefs are going to make the Super Bowl. You can't say for sure the Bucks are going to make the Super Bowl. We talked last week about the Bucks. Could they possibly make the Super Bowl, right? Yes, for sure, possibly. It's Tom Brady. Who are we to doubt Tom Brady? You know what I mean? Like, after 7 rings, we can't do that. At the same time, you look at Tom Brady and you look at this Bucks team, and I can't say for a fact that they're walking through the NFC and get to the championship. We can't say that. And because of that, I love the state of the NFL, because you don't know who's going to emerge. And right now, it's beautiful. The landscape is beautiful. There's teams like Arizona coming out of nowhere. There's teams like the Rams, who to me look like the favorite right now, right? And there's so many awesome things to look forward to. I love where the NFL is right now.
What you think what JT said?
JT is wilding. So JT always asks, like, MVP JT, the question MVP JT needs to ask is what's going to happen with the Patriots? And are they going to make the wild card, right? Because they look good enough to do it. What I think about the Saints, though, I'll be honest with you, man, losing Jameis sucks.
Yeah.
He had just got to playing real good, man.
He did.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Y'all still ain't called Cam.
You know why we're not calling Cam? Let me tell you why we're not calling Cam. If you pay attention to the Saints at all, if you watch them after every single win, right, what you're going to see is a locker room going bananas, right? They're always dancing and always enjoying each other, and they enjoy each other's company, and the team chemistry there is through the roof, right? Team chemistry is phenomenal. And because that team chemistry is so great and they believe in what they have going on there, they also believe in the quarterbacks that they have there. Do I believe in Taysom Hill as our guy? Not really, but I mean, hey, 3 out of 4 ain't bad, and that's what he did last year. He came in and won those 3.
Yeah,
2 of them were against Atlanta, right? He did very well against. So against that Broncos team, people always get this mixed up. They're like, oh, well, he struggled against the Broncos. No, he didn't. Sean Payton is very, very cool in the way he goes about trying to win games. He tries to win games based on the weakness of the other team. You know what the weakness for Tampa Bay is? They don't have any cornerbacks. So Sean was like, you know what? Let's be super aggressive and throw the ball over and over and over again, no matter who comes in the game. They bring in Trevor Siemian. Who cares, right? Keep throwing the ball, right? If you paid attention to it, they threw the ball over and over and over again because Sean understands the weakness and how to attack the
weakness. Right.
Absolutely. That Denver Broncos team that they played last year had no quarterback. What am I throwing the ball for the whole time? You can't throw. You can't go nowhere, right? Let's just run and win a game. And that's exactly what they did. So Taysom, if you look at what Sean has done, and everybody knows this, 5-0 with Teddy Bridgewater, right?
Yeah.
3 out of 4 with 3 out of 4 wins last year with Taysom Hill. He just 1-0 with Trevor Siemian. Sean has been okay without a elite level quarterback. He just has been. Right.
Yeah.
So
he can scheme. He can scheme his way into some wins.
Yeah, he did.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Definitely.
So why call Cam? Okay, I don't know if Cam. I don't know how well Cam will do in this offense. I think he'll do okay because Sean's pretty good with everybody. But I think Cam would need the same thing Jameis would need: an entire offseason to understand the playbook and know everything.
Right.
You can't at the cornerback position. Yeah, bring in any elite level cornerback or any cornerback. They'll play this week, right? Bring in any defensive tackle. They'll play this week. But a quarterback needs to know the offense in and out for the offense to flow like it needs to flow. And that's a complex offense, right? So you can't bring a Cam off the street and just say, "Hey, Cam, start for us this week." You just can't do that. Now wait, can I bring in Cam maybe in 2 or 3 weeks and let him play? Maybe, but I can't bring him off the street and have him play right now.
No.
Tell me I'm wrong, Rob. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you because I'm gonna tell you the first 2 weeks with Winston, he was throwing up Hail Marys at the 5-yard line, hoping that his receiver catch him. He was accidentally throwing touchdowns.
Sir,
was he not?
Sir, no.
I think I agree.
That was one play. That was one. And look, so Jameis Winston has actually been pretty okay. If you looked at him, 14 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, right? Over the course of a few games. Jameis Winston has been playing very, very controlled football. Some people say
controlled, like
very controlled.
No, I mean, very, very controlled for him.
Like 120 yards a game. Yeah, for sure. Right? For sure. It's been very, very controlled, but within the confines of the offense and based on the opponents, right? This was the week that Jameis was supposed to throw a lot. This was the week that Jameis was supposed to really go off, and this is the week that Jameis got hurt, right? But for the most part, we didn't need to throw all over the yard to beat those other teams. We just didn't have to, right? And right now we're 5-2 because of the way Sean Payton is attacking teams.
Yeah. Rob, you had a question. You had something you wanted to drop on Rick.
Yeah, I did. No. I'm gonna drop Lakers in a minute. That's when he turns to Ernest. So I'm just to stay in the NFL.
Okay.
Give me your dark horse teams that you feel like can come up. Like that team that right now you have certain teams who are at 3-3, and they can mess around and make a run for it, i.e. the Patriots. I know JT was talking about them a little earlier. If you never know. The Patriots, outside of having to worry about the Bills, I think they're in the Bills division, if not. Outside of worrying about them, who do they really have to worry about in the system? Because
nobody.
That kid, Jones, what's his name? Jones. Yeah, that boy's
Mac
starting
Jones.
to look real good.
Mac Jones.
Yeah.
They need to unleash the boy. I need to let him play. Let that boy play.
And that's what Steve been saying all season long. They need to unleash him and let him play. And you're starting to see Belichick do it a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So who's your dark horse? Give me your NFC dark horse real quick, and give me your AFC dark horse. I know you got the stats over there, brother.
Look, I'm looking through the stats, but I'm actually looking at teams, right? I'm looking at teams that I think that can get this done. So for me, I know you brought up the Patriots. Definitely the Patriots are a team that I think could possibly find a groove, right? They don't have a lot of weapons offensively, but they're starting to work well in the confines of the offense. And Mac Jones, look, I know you mad about Cam, but dude. You talking about Mac Jones?
Not in that situation. Not in that
you're not mad? Okay, good. As long as you're not mad.
No.
Because Mac Jones was the right call.
Yeah, you have to look at my soapbox to find out who I'm mad at with the Cam situation.
Bet. Okay, cool. I know you mad at all these 0-8 teams. Anyway, but we'll talk. But if you look for teams that I believe that can go on a run, golly, the team that was right at the top of the AFC, right, but kind of dropped a little bit was the Bengals. I know nobody would consider them like a dark horse, but if you pay attention to how we thought about them at the beginning of the season, we didn't think they were a team that was going to be right where they are right
Joe
now.
Burrows is a beast. That quarterback is a beast.
Yeah.
He is a beast.
He is. And Jamar Chase, right? You got Jamar Chase. Joe Mixon looks good, right? Ryan is like showing up every now and again. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the Bengals. For me, that was my early season dark horse because I believe that Joe Burrow was going to really show, some growth, and he has in his second year. So I would say for the AFC, I know they were right at the top last week. They kind of fell this week, but they are my, I guess, dark horse to kind of win it all. And we talking about win it all or make the playoffs?
Just make the playoffs. A team that everybody's sleeping on right now, but if you ain't careful, they can bust you right in your chops.
Okay. I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna want to.
And
nobody gonna
watching
believe
but us. Ain't nobody.
And nobody
not
gonna
being
believe
recorded.
And nobody gonna believe me when I say it, right? Like nobody's gonna believe me when I'm saying, but a team that I kind of look out for just a little bit are still those Panthers. And
they're 4-4 right now, right?
I can see that.
500.
I can see that though.
4-4 right now.
Here's why I say that. If you look at all the moves that they've made since they've lost J.C. Horn, right? Yeah. They have really stockpiled in the defensive backfield. They bought in the dude from
no,
Patriots.
Ryan. I answer that no. Ryan,
no, sir. No, sir.
No.
But if you look at
the World Series, yes, but not football.
If you look at the celebrate your championship, brother. Let it be. You got a series. You're going too far now.
Right. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
But if you look at the Panthers, man, they've done very well. They bring in C.J. Henderson as well, right? And so they have great cornerbacks across the board. They have good cornerbacks now, great cornerbacks, right? And actually, what do you need to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Great cornerbacks, right? So they have great cornerbacks, and so that's what they've invested in. They've also they steadily invest in that offense, right? But think about who they're getting back. Initially, when they started off the season, they were on a hot streak, right? They were doing well because they had good cornerbacks and they had their running back. But guess what? Christian McCaffrey's coming back, right? And he's been gone for a little while, but now he's coming back. That way, Chuba Hubbard, who's been pretty okay for the last few weeks, he now moves back to his position of backup. Look, I know the Cowboys for sure. They're not dark horse right now though, because they're kind of like favorites.
That's
some
true.
people.
They kind of lead.
Yeah. So that's why I'm not bringing up the Cowboys. But if you look at the Panthers, everybody is starting to doubt Sam Darnold again, right? Everybody's starting to doubt Sam Darnold again, and of course, so he got benched the other week, right? So he gets benched, right? You can bring in P.J. Walker, and you think, oh man, this is kind of falling apart. But if you look at this Panthers team, right, they're going to get healthier. They're going to get stronger. And some of the young players who they've been relying on, think about Tommy Trimble, right? Their tight end who bring in for like gadget plays and trick plays. They are learning themselves. They're getting better. And as they get better, I think you'll start seeing a stronger Panthers team. And later on in the year, they'll be a hard team to deal with.
That's crazy. About 2 weeks ago, I mentioned that at the end of our show, I was talking about the Panthers. I said they only losing because they lost their running back. When their running back come back, they was rolling because at first, before he got hurt, they was rolling. They was one of the undefeated teams. And they was going head up with a lot of these good teams. Somebody asked earlier, I forgot to say this before we let you go, before Rob asked his last question. One of our faithful listeners, Miss D. Winder, she said, what are your thoughts on Lamar Jackson?
Amazing. What Lamar Jackson has done this year has been incredible, right? Yep. If you pay attention to, he doesn't have all the weapons that he wants, right? He doesn't have all his weapons. He lost his running back, J.K. Dobbins, early. They brought in every old running back they can possibly find, right? I'm surprised Adrian Peterson ain't there. Right. AP is now playing for the Titans, but I'm surprised they didn't bring in AP. I'm surprised they didn't get it Frank Gore. They got everybody else, right, that they can possibly get. And it's been working for them because of Lamar Jackson. A lot of people thought that, oh, man, he can't throw the ball that well. Well, he's been doing that. He's proven that. You know what I mean? He can't come from behind. He's proven that, right? He needs more weapons. He's been doing it with the people he have there. Right. He's been look, at first we thought him beating the Chiefs was like something, crazy. Now we know it wasn't as crazy as we thought. But still, he got it done, right? Still, he got it done. Lamar Jackson has been incredible, and I know that there's a lot of people like Kyler Murray as the front runner right now for like the MVP and guys over what's my guy for the Rams quarterback Stafford. Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford is like a front runner for the MVP, right? But kind of look a dark horse for me. It depends on how the Ravens do for the rest of the season. Man, Lamar Jackson could be in that conversation. He has been great.
All right, go ahead, Rob.
No, I'm gonna ask this question, man. It's about your beloved Lakers, because I said this when I was watching the show, and it's your lineup. Like it's your lineup. So I posed the question, and I know
I've been working on my lineup, man, but
yeah. By the way,
not that lineup.
I'm gonna tell you something. We had
Rob take hair jokes offensively, brother. I'm just telling you.
I do.
Look at that look. Look at that.
I love y'all, man.
It's about to be like that double time. Not only are we going against each other heads up in fantasy basketball this week, you just said something about my hairline that don't exist. But
I didn't say
now, let's talk about your Lakers, man. I had made the comment when I was watching y'all show, dope show, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
To bring Russell off the bench. This is something CNI has thrown around. Bringing Russell off the bench. And my proposed lineup, starting 5. This is what I was saying. You put Dwight or Jordan at the center. You put AD at the power forward. LeBron at the 3. Ellington and Tucker. I know Tucker's hurt right now, but this is talking about when you have a healthy team. Ellington or Tucker at the shooting guard. Nunn or Rondo at the point guard. This is your bench. Either Dwight or Jordan. Melo at power forward. Bazemore at small forward, Monk at shooting guard, and Russ at the point guard. That second unit, in my opinion, is better than some of the starting 5s that you got out here at some of these other teams. And that's the way Russell can still. I understand they had a great game the other night, but if you notice, it was you shoot. Okay, my turn. Okay, your turn. Okay, and only 3 people really got off, in my opinion.
What great game
you talking about? What is your thoughts about that? I'm talking about the game.
He don't remember that game.
They barely. Hold on. They barely
won.
Wait.
What great game you talking about?
I'm
against
talking
Houston?
about great. No, yeah. They barely won. This is what I mean by great game. For those 3 to get off, everybody was overly excited that all 3 of them scored. But the problem was they barely won the game. And
that's my problem.
And only one kid in green did all the scoring for Houston. So if you bring Russ off the bench, he can push it. He can push it back and forth with that lineup that I'm talking about, and he can run the show while LeBron and AD continue to do what they're doing, and Nunn, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. And once Nunn get back, Nunn is dope. He played for my squad. He dope. You know what I mean? So what you think, brother? What y'all going to do?
Here's what I think. Okay, so to start off with, I hate the fact that they barely beat a Houston squad and had to really go to the brink with them with nobody, and that's scary to me. That was the same. I got the same vibes last season, right? Yeah. That kind of that was what I saw prior to them going to the playoffs and getting kicked out in the first round. I was like, they barely made it here, and when they get here, they're going up against number 1 team. But I don't know what this is going to look like. Anyway, when I think about this lineup, okay, you say Rondo at the point, right? The question is, can you count on Rondo being healthy? The reason Rondo has been effective now is because Rondo doesn't have to play so many minutes, and you're not counting on Rondo to be that first guy out, right? I know that Rondo is very effective, but how long can you count on Rondo without him getting hurt? How long can you count on Rondo being effective, right? And I see, you talked about bringing in Nunn, right? And I think
Nunn is more shooting guard than point guard, in my opinion.
That's I don't know. Look, I don't get from Nunn. I don't get Rondo vibes. I get more Russ vibes than Rondo vibes with
a better
Nunn.
jumper.
So I would say, I like it, but I don't like Rondo being there, right? I understand your point about bringing Russ off the bench. The reason you're saying that is because he's full of energy, right? He's gonna come off the bench and he's gonna lead that unit. And in that situation, he don't have to work within the confines of the offense. He can just be him, right? Go to the basket, turn the ball over. Who cares?
Yeah, OKC all over again.
You silly.
he can do whatever he wants, right?
Yeah.
And I think he'll be great in that role. Here's the problem, and you know the problem. And I think C. Michael knows the problem too, and everybody who watching knows the problem. Who's going to be the person who's going to go up to Russ and be like, hey, bro, want to come off the bench?
You know, the only
Melo?
person.
Melo?
No, the only person. No,
Melo?
The only person in the whole NBA.
Go ahead, see?
The only person in the whole NBA that could do that, and he going to actually listen to, is on his team. LeBron. There's only one in the whole league.
LeBron ain't going to do that. Look,
LeBron, I know he won't do that. I'm just saying he would listen to LeBron, though, I think.
No, this is why I say Melo.
This is all doing
Melo.
that.
This is all Melo have to say. This is all Melo had to say. Hey, look, bro, I was in OKC, and I laugh when they say they want me to come off the bench.
Hey, I was at the league. Hey, bro, I was at the league for 3 years, dog.
But y'all think about it though, man. It's a little bit different for Russ because
it is.
Russ ain't gonna be out the league. If Russ got to leave the Lakers right now, somebody gonna take him. Russ sells tickets. Russ put butts in the seat, so Russ is gonna be okay. But at the same time, I don't think they work well together. I don't think Russ and LeBron and AD. I don't think this works well right now. It's not a good fit, and it's showing constantly. The question is, can they get it together? Right. And here's one thing that I've known about LeBron, and we all know about LeBron. He always finds a way to make things work. I haven't seen LeBron in a situation where for long term something just never worked out and it just never got better. Right. Yeah. LeBron studies tapes. LeBron studies the court. LeBron understands things and he finds a way to make things work. Now, right now, if you pay attention to what LeBron's doing, he's trying to build more trust with Russ. Right. Yeah. They even have a handshake that's just between them. Right. They go on the sideline. They do whatever. Right. They have I didn't do it right. But they have but he's trying to build a chemistry between them two, a trust to where he can get in there and say stuff that nobody else can say. Does that make sense? And do stuff that nobody else can do. Hopefully it works out at the end. But what I would like to see for right now, Rob, I'm not going to lie to you. I, as a Lakers fan, as like one of the best Lakers fans, would like to see Rondo would like to see. Okay.
My bad. Go ahead, brother.
I would like to see. I would like to say at some point Rondo maybe starting a few games, right? Mm-hmm. Just see what that would look like. I don't know if you can ever get Russ to come off the bench, right? But what I do like about Russ being on the team right now is when AD goes out, when LeBron goes out, and when they're not playing, you still have a shot to win because you still have a superstar on the court, right? Mm-hmm. He may not play within the confines of your offense, but dude, he's gonna give it everything every night, right? For and sure. He could lead your team to some victories when your two big stars aren't there.
Absolutely.
For sure.
All right, man. We already kept you too long. We apologize, but hey, I appreciate you coming on, brother. Yeah, man. It's all love.
Thank you. Yeah.
Absolutely. You the first one, brother. You the first one. Nobody can take that from you. The very first all sports.
Can I tell y'all something?
Yes, sir.
Man.
This gonna be a phenomenal show. I know. I see it already.
You,
like when I saw that first segment, I was like, "Yo, they about to do something crazy." It's gonna
be wait till after this one. I'll wait till after this one. Just keep watching, brother. It goes harder. Just stick around, brother. You'll see something. Yeah, don't all right, man. Hey, man, y'all give some love, give some likes to our brother Ric Sincere, man. Thank you for being on, brother. We're gonna definitely have you on again, brother. Have a good night. I know you got another pod to do tonight, don't you?
Yes, right? Sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, MTV Sports and Music Show. Drop it tonight.
Yes, sir. Get yourself ready for all that, brother. I appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Trying to catch up, bro. Thanks.
All right, man. Thank God. Thank God for having our brother on, Mr. Ric Sincere, man. All right, look, we got one more segment. Like we told y'all, we got all brand new segments, different stuff, man. Now this one, we like it. We got this segment called This One Word of the Day. This one word of the day. Here we go.
I know what it is.
This one word. No.
Of the day.
It wouldn't be us if we didn't do it.
It wouldn't be us. And y'all know when we say one word, that is another way of saying a word that a lot of black people say, but it's not just black people. Anybody can be a one word. Anybody. Because the one word, the real meaning of the one word is ignorant, and there's a lot of ignorant people. So the one word of the day is Mr. Henry Ruggs. He is the wide receiver, I believe, for the I was about to say Los Angeles, but for the Las Vegas Raiders. Rob, tell them what happened with Mr. Henry Ruggs. Why is he is the one word of the day? Now, we're being funny, but there's some serious side to this, but we're going to get to the funny part first because this brother got fired on his day off. Go ahead, Rob.
On his day off. He got fired on it. So, first I got to correct my brother. Former wide receiver of the Las Vegas. Former wide receiver of the Las Vegas Raiders. Henry Ruggs was arrested for a DUI, which holds a penalty to 1 to 6 years.
Yep.
And reckless driving, which holds a penalty of 1 to 20 years if convicted. Now, former, because the Raiders has since released them. They released them yesterday on this incident. The details are Henry was driving his Corvette at 156 miles an hour.
That is correct. 156 miles per hour.
156 miles an hour with a blood alcohol level of 0.161 when he ran into the back of a woman, killing her and her dog.
Yes.
And here's the deal.
3-something in the morning.
3-something in the morning. It was about 3:30, 3:39. All this happened. 156 miles. Look, bruh, you make entirely too much money.
Too much money.
To not have Uber, Lyfted, chauffeur. Somebody could have came and got you. So he gets the one where not only did he take a life, it's just reckless, man. You know what I'm saying? And at this point, like, this is the reason why my man Henry Ruggs gets our very first one word of the day.
Because this one word, and he also had a young lady in the car with him. Driving, his blood alcohol level was at 16 point something, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Very high. He was extra wasted, driving 156 miles per hour. Brother, what is wrong with you? And on the sad side, somebody had to lose their life because of your ignorance. And what's even worse, brother, you just lost your career. Yeah. You going to, they say the penalty to jail, if you get a great lawyer, which he probably will, at minimum, it'll be 2 years. At maximum, it's 10 years. And by average, it's 5 years for what he did, which means you can't play football. You're only 22 years old, and you did this. Brother, I understand everybody mess up. We all make mistakes. 156 miles per hour mistake changed your life. Dog. One, you should be grateful you alive. Two, basically that's manslaughter.
Yep.
Unintentional, but manslaughter.
Involuntary vehicle
manslaughter.
What they calling it. But
brother,
here's the deal. Now, in our world, because we don't have the money, yes, D and Fido.
Right.
And the sad part is they probably go after him more for the dog than they do
because of the
him.
dog.
But that's a whole nother story.
Vic. Right.
Yeah. Vic did years for pit bulls, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. But this brother has enough money because this is not unfamiliar territory in the NFL. Leonard Little did this here in St. Louis when the Rams was at the height of their stardom, when they were winning Super Bowls and had the greatest show on turf, and the money paid off the family, and Leonard never saw a day in jail, and he can continue to play football. Same thing may happen here. What I do hope and pray, all jokes aside, I pray for peace for the family who lost their loved one. And I hope that this wakes this young man up. And I don't want to see nobody lose their life, but I hope this is an opportunity for him to truly wake up. And, the next time he on one word, it's because he did something great. And we can be like, this one word redeemed himself, came back, and did blah, blah, blah. Because one word can go either way. But that's the one word of the day, man. Or the one word person of the day.
Yeah, man. So be on the lookout at the end of every show. We're going to have this one word of the day. Every show. That was our first Not the Same Podcast sports show, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. We will be back next Wednesday. But be on the lookout tomorrow. Look, breaking news. We have CHH legend, Chili Baby of the Gospel Gangsters will be on the show tomorrow night. Let me repeat that. We have CHH legend, one part of the Gospel Gangsters, Chili Baby, gonna be live and direct tomorrow around 6:15 on the show, man. So tune in tomorrow night. We have another good show for us. So, every other week it'll be Bible study, sports show, and then Then the regular show. Yes, sir, B+. We're going to have Chili Baby on tomorrow night. Tune in, brother. Tune in. Everybody tune in. If you don't know who Chili Baby is, this is a legend in this space. If you haven't heard of CHH or Christian rap, and the Christian rap / gospel rap, because it was gospel rap when Chili Baby was popping. This is a legend.
Yeah,
West Coast legend, man. Like, we have the honor to have this brother on, man. Paul Towns, what up, Paul? But yeah, man. So tomorrow night, man, we'll have Chili Baby on the show, man. Appreciate y'all watching. Tune in next week for the Not the Same Podcast sports show, man. We may have another guest, we may not. I don't know. We're gonna get into some debating type stuff, man. We got some good stuff coming for y'all, man. God gave us this thing, man. We're gonna keep building it, man. Rob, what you got for the people before we get up out of here?
Hey, just stick with us. Same way we had to do with the Bible study, same way we did with the regular show. It's just gonna get better. We gonna get our feet under us, and we gonna keep going. We appreciate everybody who tuned in. We want to thank Ric Sincere for coming through. Hey, check that brother. Check out MTMV Sports as well, man. They are very knowledgeable when it comes to this sports. That's
Sports and music show coming on tonight, man. 8:30, I believe, our time. Check them out tonight.
Yeah.
Also, man, before we get up out of here, man. Even for this, man. Look, I'm gonna do this one for you, Rob.
Okay.
Hold on, but before I do this for Rob, I can't. I gotta get my brother straight. Where there we go. All right, man. Have you ever thought I really enjoy what these guys are doing with this podcast? How can I help support them? How can I be a blessing to them? This is how you can do it. If you use Cash App, you can do the Cash App sign or the cash sign, Not the Same Podcast. Or you can go to www.notthesamepodcast.com/support. And that's how you can support us. Or you can get one of these sweaters like what I got. We got the custom joints. Next week, we will have a video documenting our trip to Memphis where we went and watched the game, the Heat versus the Grizzlies. It didn't go so well for me, but it was a great time for me and my brother to hang out.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
we represented Not the Same Podcast while we was down there. So if you want to support, man, this is how you do it. Go to Cash App sign, Not the Same Podcast, or you can go to www.notthesamepodcast.com/support. And we will be back tomorrow night, as we said earlier, with the gospel CHH legend, Chili Baby of the Gospel Gangsters. You know what I mean? Slide through and like Miss Wanda said, ching ching. Absolutely. So I'm C. Micah.
I'm Robert Dean.
And we is out of here, man. We gonna catch y'all next week.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm saying next week. I'm so used to doing the Thursday show. Yeah, catch us tomorrow night with Chili Baby, man, live and direct. We out, man. Catch y'all next tomorrow. Force of habit, brother. We out.
Gave us the strength, so we gave us the